I stopped saying I didn't need a man, because if I want a relationship with a man, then I need one, right? Okay, that's that on that.
Obvious why men love the idea of a submissive woman. Submissive, per its definition, is ready to conform to the authority or will of others. The prefix sub means under. Think of subpar, submarine. In short, your world is under his.
How I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't.
I know I need to do this video. I don't want to.
But one woman who continues to run the gamut of user-friendly game on pretty much the public at large is Brittany Renner. I'm going to tip my hat to her. She is really pimping the system. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA. She has suddenly started to sound like she has some damn sense. Why? Because she has aged out of the young get money from guys just because I'm young and pretty phase of her life. What's her next phase? Accountability. I do need a man. It was not me and it was me. I'm just a little hurt girl and now I'm coming back to being who I was raised to be. I'm not bad. I'm good.
As a former loud and proud man hater, here are 5 things that have changed the game for me. Number 1, I realized I didn't hate men. I hated the way I allowed myself to be mistreated by men. Big difference, right? You are not a victim. You are a participant. And when you point the finger, you miss out on the opportunity to grow. When you hear a woman say, the way I allowed myself to be mistreated by men, that's under the assumption that she didn't get anything in return. But this is the same woman who said, if you want to come up, just get pregnant by an athlete. They're dumb. You can get a bag off having a baby by an athlete. She did that.
What to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
You're not a victim, you're a participant. Yes, you were a participant. Some people aren't participants. Some people are just young and dumb and don't know any better. You, my dear, were a willing participant. So it's not like she was just this innocent girl who was out there being taken advantage of. No, she was out there playing the game and she was enjoying playing the game. Now she understands that she has to about face, and this is what this is. Number 2, I stopped saying I didn't need a man, because if I want a relationship with a man, then I need one, right? Okay, that's that on that. There it is. This whole I don't need no man thing, I keep telling you guys that I don't need no man shit, it only works when a woman is young and she can have a lot of men, a lot of choice men. When a woman gets to a certain age, when a woman starts closing in on 30, man, her options are limited. That's just the reality. Yes, she can get laid by anyone. Dudes, a woman who doesn't even look good can get laid by anyone. The same men that a woman who you would classify as a 7 can get laid by, a woman who is a 4 can get laid by those same men if the circumstances present themselves properly. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about a man who is going to take a woman seriously and even consider putting her in that prime position that women want to be in. What's that position? Wifey. 3. You can't be that serious about getting picked if you're not in the gym at least 3 times a week. You don't even take care of yourself, so how would you expect someone to take care of you? Now, I will say this. Some women don't have to be in the gym 3 times a week to look good. But if you, whatever you need to do to look good, you have to look good if you want a man to, as she just said, pick you. This woman just became a pick-me overnight. She had 2 interviews and now she's a pick-me. And guess what's going to happen? All of you beta male manginas are going to say, see, if Brittany can change, anyone can change. And you're going to be right back on the plantation looking stupid around here, man, trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. This same woman who just said just a few months ago that you can't turn her into a housewife.
Number 4, I stopped entertaining stragglers. And stragglers are guys you meet along the way that you know you're not really ever going to take seriously, but you use them for your own personal entertainment. Number 1, that's wrong. Number 2, you're sending a mixed message. Stay committed to what you want.
She wasn't using guys for her own personal entertainment. Guys were using her for their own personal entertainment. She was using them for her own personal financial gain. See, so when you see the circular word games that a woman plays, how she allowed guys to mistreat her. No, she just turned around and said she was using guys for her own personal entertainment. Now, for a man, that means entertainment. For a woman, that means the expense of entertainment. So let's not get that twisted. But when you hear these things, you guys listen to things and you want to believe so badly that there is a woman who can live a 3 or 4 life and suddenly change and be good. Like the energy of a 3 or 4 life doesn't follow her for decades of her life. Yes, she may be able to become good, but as much time as she put into a 3 or 4 life, she owe life that back. That's just the way it is.
Number 5, accountability. Ooh. I analyzed my behavior and what parts of me resonated with these men I deemed problematic. I'm here to tell you that the call is coming from inside the house, and it's time to pick up.
You dudes, man, have got to be aware of the fact that what she's doing is not anything that you didn't know. When a woman ages out, she's going to have to make some adjustments to how she sees herself in the world. That's just the reality of it. Not only has she aged out, now she got a kid with it too. A woman that's 25 with a kid is different from a woman that's 35 with a kid. A woman who's 25 without a kid is different from a woman that's 35 without a kid. So when you start adding baggage to it, yes, it makes a huge difference. And right now at this point, if you notice, Brittany Renner said on the last piece that, hey man, yes. Like if a man is fine with salt and pepper, she'll go for it. 5 years ago, she wouldn't have. Let's think about it. PJ Washington was, 5-6 years younger than her? Let's be real. So we're talking about a woman who understands that what a woman truly wants in a man is going to be found in a man who's mature and stable in several areas of life, and not just financial maturity, financial stability. But it takes a woman a lot of miles and walking on a lot of tiles to get to that point where mentally she's even willing to accept that that's it. And sometimes they just have to age out and get to that point. They don't believe it until they hit that point, until they hit that wall. When the wall calls, all their bravado falls. Shout out to Tate, man, because she was on the way, but that interview or that episode, whatever you want to call it, sometimes a woman has to hear it from a man. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. All the damn time a woman has to hear it from a man. Now, to juxtapose that against you dudes, y'all got to hear it from a man too, but y'all acting feminine and feel like you got to be led by hearing it from a woman. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and tip my hat to Brittany Renner as she takes over a space that was built for her, that was created for her by another woman. And all she got to do is swoop in and take it over. Let me tell you something, boy. There's no come up like a come up where you just come in and take over what somebody else already built. I'm not speaking this into existence. She already on the way to do it. So let's see how you dudes respond, man, because you know y'all need to be told so much and led so much by women, man, which is absolutely hilarious to me. But shout out to Brittany Renner, man, for pimping the game. It's the name of the game. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.